Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a ST Production videos where I, your host, SK, otherwise known as Storm King, or the other way around, however you want it, am here to do another Let's Talk video. I know I haven't been doing a lot of these videos, but I'll get to that in the future video. But for now, let's just focus on a Let's Talk in regards to the title below, which is Let's Talk About My Relationship with Card Games. Now, as you may or may not know, I'm kind of into card games. Lo and behold, and surprise, surprise. That being said, however, things have changed, unfortunately. And, I know how we don't like change, and nobody really likes change unless it's like a welcome change. However, anyways, beside the point. When it comes to myself and card games, over these past years, I've found that, for lack of a better explanation and a way to say it, is that I don't have as much interest in it anymore. I know I talked about, Vanguard or, the new series that is, the reboot, and then I talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! And then amongst my friends, I talk about, I want to build this, that, and the third, and, I want to play this, I want to jump back in the community, and I thought I'd just do a video just to kind of show you all in regards to my thought process, and if you all even care, really, and just to, if you even like hearing my voice, here you go, here's a video, about my relationship with card games. Now, I'm gonna try to keep this short. I'm gonna try to keep this within 15, if not 10 minutes. So let's just get and jump right into it. So, when it comes to card games, one of the key factors that really just keeps me away from it, or that really just skews away my interest as of right now, is that, money. Money is a very key issue because, for those of you that are not familiar with it, card games are very expensive, especially when it comes to TCGs. So TCGs and CCGs, so collectible card games, trading card games, they all have what is called the built-in concept, or I don't know how to say it, but the chase. Your cards that you have will never stay powerful for a long amount of time, and then your company, Konami in this example, will bring in something new, introduce it that's much more powerful than what you have, and they'll either banlist your current deck, or the next cards will be a lot more powerful, aka power creep, and will power creep your cards out. Now, when it comes to that, you'll then need to spend more money to keep up with the meta, to keep up with the speed, to keep up with the format, or you have to spend money on other cards to keep what you're playing, relevant. So it's, no matter what, there's gonna be a money aspect. And unfortunately, it's due to that it keeps me from wanting to play or really invest heavily into card games. Now, I'll go into another video in regards to, certain stories if you want to hear about my history with card games, but, I started playing card games when I was 13, 14, or started investing into it myself with my own money. It wasn't until I was 18, 19 that I decided, I'm going to play this competitively. And I played competitively for about 3-4 years. And then I stepped back, tried to step back in, and I'm like, I really don't want to spend this kind of money. I don't feel, I'll spend $700 to fix my car because I need it to work. But I don't really feel like spending $100, $200 on cards, just for like this little piece of cardboard. That's not to say that I'm poor, but I'm not exactly abundant in money either. I have a job. I can make ends meet, but again, I just don't like spending that amount of money. So money is one of the key factors that just skews my relationship with card games. And the next point, when it comes to, my current relationship with card games, or what affects my, relationship with card games, is communities. And that's not to say that, I dislike or have beef with certain people or communities in card games. I don't. Them for me, I'm not going to question it. That's probably certain, but hey, I don't know what the story about that is. But, in terms of my history playing card games, I've met, I have what I need in terms of community, in terms of relationships, in terms of friends, because, some of my close friends, actually most of my close friends, came from card games. I met them all through card games, and I still keep up with them in card games. Some of them still play in card games, some of them don't, but I keep up with both of them. We're still able to, talk about stuff, talk trash, and, just have, and talk normal things, just like regular people. I'm not really interested in kind of going back in to meet new people or to put myself out there, as it were. It's just, how should I say this? I have what I need. I don't need to really put myself more in the market. So that's one way in terms of personal relationships. In terms of community things, I've managed a community. I've seen a community fall apart. I was there. I believe I was one of the source issues for one, but you know what? That's another story. So that doesn't really affect how I feel. It's just whatever. I don't really feel like getting involved in a community again because I have what I need. And this next one is, is kind of more personal. This next point of what affects my relationship with card games is more of a personal history. I won't go into the detail as of right now, just due to comfort, but due to certain things that have, certain events that have happened in my life, not recent, these are just, within a couple years span of time. I guess that is pretty recent. Anyways, whatever. It makes it very, very hard for me to jump back into card games because, when it comes to people and memories, certain memories will cause things to flare up and certain things, cause emotions to flare up. And then when emotions and memories start to mix in, you just got this old big gobbledygook of just blah. That is the human. So, personal history has affected how I feel about jumping back into card games or playing card games or whatever. And then, that being said, so overall, what do all these 3 points bring into in regards to my interest of card games, which is money being a factor, community, and personal history? The key point to take from this is that I treat card games as, what kind of weird analogy can I make? Think of that weird cousin that you have. When you were little, you had the best time together. You were best friends, you were close, you knew each other, you know each other's interests, and you both had the same interests. But then as you both grew up, your weird cousin started to stay weird. And it's not that you hate your cousin, it's not that you dislike them, it's just over your growth and development, you've turned and become something else. You still have those good times, and you're still willing to touch upon those good times. But again, it's kind of like you're not gonna go out of your way to meet up with your cousin every single day and partake in their activities. Kind of like that. So, when it comes to card games, I still have fun with card games. I still play card games. If I can spare the money, yeah, I'll put in a couple bucks, here and there to buy card games or whatever. Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Vanguard, Vice Schwaz, I guess? Not really. Not that game is just, I don't care about that one. Although I wouldn't mind making a Konosuba, deck, actually. Although I would like to upgrade my Madoka deck. If it wasn't so friggin' expensive, find me in the Alps. Anyways, but it's because of all that my current relationship with card games is kind of, I wouldn't say strained, because it's not strained, I'm not burnt out either. I just want to keep it at a casual kind of pace. I would love to be able to partake in the professional, the competitive, thrill of card games again. It was fun. It's absolutely fun to play competitively and to really test your limits and, your thought processes, your logics, your logical routes, or, test your abilities against another person. But, there is a certain turnoff to that in which kind of, I won't go into this too much, but competition does bring the best and the worst out of people. And I've been on both sides. I have been the person that projects both sides. I've been on the receiving side of both sides. So, again, that's another story. If anyone is interested, I can talk about that. But overall, in regards to card games, I'll say it again. I still play it. I still like it. I just don't want to spend as much money anymore. I just find it's a little bit too intense for me, really. It's just, and I guess going into another tangent is, you know, scheduling. I don't have as much time as I do, or even if I do have the time, honestly speaking, I use my weekends or the time that I have to myself, whether it be, you know, I'm sleeping or sleeping. Yeah, probably sleeping. Anyways, I'm just tired. But yeah, that's how it is when it comes to myself and my relationship with card games. It's not a bad relationship. It's not like an ex-wife kind of relationship. It's just, you're there. I can come back anytime. I don't need to come back now. I don't think I'll go back intensely, but I'll come visit every once in a while. So with that said, you know, that's my Let's Talk for this schedule today, whatever. Testing out this light, this camera, this mic, or whatever. If you guys are interested or like this video, you know, please like. If you want to share some of your thoughts or talk about it, put it in the comments. I will respond. And if you want to hear more or want to hear other things, let me know in the comments as well. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna try to make something out of this channel some more, and we'll go from there. So yes, with that said, everyone, this has been a Let's Talk, a STProductions Let's Talk with your host, Storm King, otherwise known as SK, and I'll see you all in the next video.